This is an issue of the elites being corrupt and jumping into bed, no pun intended, with a convicted child molester.
So I want to hear this from the perspective of an intelligence operator. As someone that has worked in the CIA, has field experience, how do you think Mossad is working with Jeffrey Epstein? And what's the process? How does this all look behind the scenes?
I'm going to tell you a story as a preamble to my answer. So when I was in training, you're taught to recruit spies to steal secrets. At its most elemental, that's what espionage is. It's recruiting spies to steal secrets. One of my instructors told me that every case officer, every operations officer who's starting out fantasizes about recruiting, the prime minister of a country or a guy who becomes the prime minister. But he said, sometimes you have to look beyond the obvious. And he said the best recruitment that he ever made was of a copy machine repairman. And he said, hear me out. Everybody wants to recruit the prime minister. I recruited the copy machine repairman who fixed the copier in the prime minister's office. And so we waited until it needed servicing. And when it needed servicing, he went in there to service it, and he installed a device so that every time somebody made a copy on the machine, it would transmit a copy to CIA headquarters. He said, I essentially did recruit the prime minister because we got literally everything that the prime minister got. Well, if you're the Israeli intelligence service, the Mossad, you're not going to recruit Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or Prince Andrew or any of these other, giants of Western politics. So you do the next best thing. You recruit the guy who has access to them, and you give him plenty of money. So he has his own island. He has the widest townhouse in Manhattan. He throws the most lavish parties. And while you're at it, have him add some 14, 15, 16-year-old girls to the mix who can give massages to these broken down old men. And then you put hidden cameras and hidden microphones in every single room, including the bathrooms, which we now know is what he did. So you don't need to recruit Bill Clinton or Bill Gates. You essentially have recruited them in that everything that you might need, you can get from Epstein. That's what Epstein did.